What is up, graphics gang? Welcome back to Cryptographics. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today, we have special guest here that we're going to introduce in just a minute. Before we do, let's welcome everyone in here. We got Pulse Bezos, Pulsechain Forever. We got Terrafin. We got Mikey in here. Welcome, welcome. I don't know, man, but I like what you have to say there. It'd be cool. We got Adrian Lehman. We got Crypto Journeyman, Pulsechain Hex Game. We got Hex Deck. We got Eric Church. Shout out to you for being a member. Thanks so much. Got Flat Earth Underground in here. NFT Cluck. Solid. Been waiting for this. We got MJ Money. We got 26 people in here already, guys. If you are enjoying or if you have enjoyed the content, you're ready for today's stream, smash that like button on the way in as well. Plus, press that big red subscribe button if you haven't already. And when I introduce the guest as well, guys, please go and like and follow him and subscribe to him as well, because let's introduce him real quick. If you guys haven't heard his name already, his name is Staking Apes, the man who is all over the NFT world trying so hard to get as many people into Pulsechain and the NFT side. The guy's on fire. I don't know if he sleeps. I always see him posting. I don't know if he slept in 3 weeks or a month, but the guy is working feverishly. It's incredible. So without further ado, guys, please help me welcome on Staking Apes. Staking Apes.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing, man? Thanks so much for being on the stream. How are you today?
Great. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm so fired up and ready for this conversation. So let's just quickly touch on with chat before we get on today here. We got West Coast Sparks. What's up? What's up? I don't think I've seen you in here before. Welcome, West Coast Sparks. We got Speak Your Mind. PLSX, got Villeneuve King, Salmon 20. We got a lot of people in here I haven't seen before, so I'm thinking that we're going to talk to a little bit of a new crowd today with the NFT gang.
Yeah, it's crazy the adoption that the NFT community has brought to crypto in a whole. You do see the overpriced JPEG narrative getting mentioned a lot, but people got into crypto because of a picture of a dog, a meme, whatever brought them here. They're hanging out. They like the space. So, you just got to embrace them.
Yep, absolutely. And that's why we're here today. We're going to talk about Pulsechain and the future of NFTs and how to make everyone hop on board, welcome them on board, and actually make Pulsechain just pop off. So let's keep going here real quick. We got Scott Morrell. We got Loyal X. What's up, guys? CI, Sean O'Malley, Crypto Surfer. We got 13 Bang Bang. Red Squirrels in the chat. We got Mixed, aka J Soul. Huh? What you saying, J Soul? The Mango Junkie, Vasca Sousa, Mint. We got Speak Your Mind, Bugs, Gil, NFT Cluck. Just a random shout out to Mintra. I like it. What are your whoa? Am I cutting out for you as well? I just think I just got a little bit of a. I don't know if that was on my end, but I might be.
That was on your end. You sound perfect to me.
One sec here. I'm not sure what's happening on my end, guys. I apologize, but my audio in my headphones is like cutting in and out completely, even though everything seems like it's working perfect. So just bear with me for a quick second. All right. Let's see if that works here. Sweet. Yes, NFT Club. We're going to answer some questions here. We're going to talk in a bit. First here, we're going to go over. I want to find out a little bit more about Staking Apes. I want to find out who the man is behind the NFTs. And so let's get into that. Staking Apes, how did you, your story? So you started where? And then how did that lead to crypto? And how did it lead to today? Like, who were you before crypto?
So pretty much I got into crypto about, a year and a half, almost 2 years ago.
Nice.
Motley investor, he actually told my buddies about Hex. And they all were working for me at the time. And literally our whole office ended up getting into Hex and then just getting into crypto. We were trading in the market, when the market crashed. And then investing started trending because everybody was like, buy the dip, do this.
Yep.
So yeah, of course we started out on Robinhood, trading crypto on there, messing around, doing all the stuff that you're not supposed to do.
Right. Yep.
I don't think I made a single profit from trading on Robinhood ever. And then the first time that I did was AMC. Were you ever part of AMC or anything?
I don't even know what AMC is.
All right, so AMC was one of the meme stocks like GameStop.
And, all right, okay.
So finally got in on AMC real early before it pumped, and then as soon as it pumped up real hard, the SEC or Robinhood, shut it off. restricted trading on it because it was freaking soaring. So I literally 2x, I like 2 or 3x my bag, and I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. It's going to the moon. And then they halted trading, and then next thing I know, I'm back to where I'm at, and now I can sell. Oh, thanks guys. I couldn't sell on the way up. I mean, once we came up. So after that, quit investing, done with it. And then probably like 2 weeks later, Motley called one of my buddies who we all worked together and was like, hey, Hex, you got to get in on Hex. I'm like, what? Like, I've heard of Bitcoin, heard of Ethereum, but I never really got into them at all.
Right.
So got into Hex, put a little money in there, and then just forgot about it. A couple months went by. I was like, holy crap, this is crazy. It was a little under a cent, and watched it, rise up to 50 cents. So I decided, hey, might as well. I see a lot of economical energy moving to the crypto space. Why not start working in it? You see millionaires being made every single day because of this space. Why not you?
I love that. So why did you go, like, what made you actually first here? I want to shout out Navin Gautam for joining the channel. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate that. And how does that lead to NFTs? Like, why NFTs? Why was that the thing for you?
So whenever people see me in NFTs and stuff like that, they think I'm out there buying and trading all these NFTs. That's not what I do at all, guys. I do not do that at all. I literally like what Richard Hart is doing in his messages. I pick up on a lot of key little nuggets of information around all the other stuff that's going on. Right. And I listen to him, and he literally tells you to go create and build. So that's what I'm doing, creating and build. I buy, stake Hex, sacrifice for Pulsechain, PulseX. Yeah, I do like 5% of my bag. Well, I only introduced new fiat into crypto. I never have extracted out any crypto yet. So I'm just continuously adding, but I don't have time to go and check all these charts constantly. I don't want to do that. I would rather build my own brand, build my own logo, because that'll be more profitable in the future than trying to, 10x, 100x here and do all that stuff. If that's what you're into, great, go and do it. But if it's not what you're into, we have these trustless yield protocols that we can utilize, like hex.com. Literally buy it, stake it, and once it in-stakes, you have more Hex than you had before. Coupled with price appreciation, it can be a very lucrative investment. We keep seeing a lot of people talking about yield farming, all this awesome stuff that we're going to be able to do on Pulsechain and PulseX. But you got to remember, if you're not very, if you haven't been doing that for a while, just because you're testnet rich does not mean you're going to be able to do it once it's in the, real world.
That's a great point.
Internet world, the actual crypto world.
100%. That's so true. That's so true. And so what do you see as like, what is the big value? Because just so that, not for you and I, but for the people that are listening, so they fully understand why it's so important potentially to have the people in the NFT space on board with Pulsechain. Why is that so important to bring them on board, to include them?
Because 25% of the Ethereum gas fees is made up by NFTs right now. The only reason why Solana is surviving right now is because of NFTs. The barrier to entry into building into crypto right now is so easy by these NFT marketplaces that are being stood up. It's as easy as creating a website or creating a Twitter account. Literally, you go log in to OpenSea, register your wallet, couple gas transactions to register it. Now you can upload your images and your metadata. You can import whatever you want. So you can say, hey, I'm going to give you this, provide this service with whenever you transact this piece. As soon as they start to add plugins with Shopify and all of these major distributing companies, they'll add a plugin for that and shipping will be done. All we're doing is literally utilizing a digital ledger, guys. Stop. A lot of people go crazy with the macroeconomics and how it's going to take over the world whenever they're marketing crypto. It's not going to happen, guys. It's a slow integration. So utilize the plugins plugins, utilize the sales channels. What crypto industry is up to 2 trillion right now,
something like that.
but the businesses in the United States are 600 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
So on the grand scale of things, guys, we're real early and it's real small. So
Yep.
don't go thinking like, oh, this crypto, like that's the narrative that you see in any community. They're like, this is going to be the one world currency and this is what everybody's going to. No, guys, like we have thousands of currencies already in the, across the world. You really think everybody's going to be able to agree on Bitcoin or, even be able to run the software for Ethereum, put up the servers? No. So like all these different chains have all of their value whenever it comes to consensus networks. So I utilize Polygon a lot. Everybody yells, it has admin keys, this, that. Cool. I still utilize it for NFTs. I give away free NFTs for promotions utilizing them. They might not seem like much right now, but who knows? One of them could blow up one day and bam, now it's valuable.
Exactly. It just takes one.
It literally just takes one.
Yep. 100%. So question then. So when it comes to just NFTs in general, hold on one sec. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here real quick. What is the important NFTs in general? So what is the value prop? So for people who are in here that maybe aren't familiar, they're curious about NFTs, like what is the value prop? What actually creates value in an NFT? Is it the actual function of it? Is it the creators? Is it the images? Is it the community? What is it that actually creates value in an NFT?
Literally everything that you just said.
Okay, perfect.
It's literally everything you just described. So you're creating your brand right now, cryptographics.
Right.
So your time is very valuable. As you start producing content and actually start building in this space, you'll realize, damn, you can work 24 hours a day and still have more work to do. You can work every single hour of every single day and you'll still continuously build and build. So your time is very valuable. Somebody wants to get in contact with cryptographics. So what are you going to do? You're going to list 10, you're going to go get you a new cell phone or something, brand new phone number. You're going to have 10 pictures on there, 10 digital images of you. In the unlockable content, you're going to put that cell phone number in and you're going to say, hey, once a week, I'm accepting calls from every single person who holds my NFT. So once a week, you have a direct line to it and you let the secondary market, you let the market decide how valuable your time is. You have 6,000 subscribers right now, but just imagine 2-3 months, you got, 100K, 50K, whatever it may be. You're going to continuously vertically grow. So your time is going to be even more valuable. So guess what? I bought it, bought your NFT, $300, got the cell phone number, gave you a call. Hey, bro, I'm doing this. I'm networking, trying to build. I like what you're doing. Can I come on your channel, someday and do a stream? You'll be like, yeah, man. Hey, thanks for supporting. And he's done with it. He just did that transaction. Now, somebody might else come and bid $400 down the road. They're like, hey, I need to reach out to cryptographics. I'm going to pay $400 for it, get his direct line. That's so just like one example of something.
Well, how would something that work? Just to go off a little tangent, how would something like that work where there's an NFT connected to a phone number and a phone? Like I don't really understand the conceptual or how that would work. I would love to. So how would something like that work?
Like, how would you do it?
Yeah,
I can get it up and running for you if it's something you really want to do. Yeah.
No, I'm just curious. Like I've never thought of anything like that. So I'm just curious how that would start. How do you integrate that into a phone? Like how would those two, like a phone number and an NFT, be connected?
In the unlockable content.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so behind the scenes kind of unlockable content is right. Okay, almost like a community, key in a sense. Right. Yep. Cool. That's really cool. Huh. What else you got up your sleeve?
So what I actually, in my spare time, a lot of people have reached out to me and I'm finishing my degree right now in business management. So I've been in the Navy 10 years. I'm getting ready to get out now. Damn. So I got like 8 months left and then I'm getting out. I don't want to go work construction or, do any manual labor. I see so much money go in this industry and I like the business and marketing. That's just my little passions. I like entrepreneurships. So I'm literally just developing models in my spare time for people to utilize how they feel fit. I
like
base
that.
a lot of the stuff I want to do off like what Gary Vee's doing, what Logan Paul's doing. You watch the big name entrepreneurs like Richard Hart dropped a little nugget yesterday about his NFT that he's building. All right, dude, he's doing fractional shares of. I guarantee he's doing fractional shares of the Enigma diamond through NFTs, like Logan Paul is doing on Liquid Marketplace.
Okay, hold up there. Can you go? I missed that. I didn't hear anything that he said. Because I didn't see his stream yesterday at all. I got tied up. So we got to you got to relay the info to me here. What did I miss? What did he say? What happened?
Well, he had his stream yesterday, and then I did a promo for a Wild SJ. I guess she went over the whole sci-fi and did an audio book of it and uploaded it to a YouTube just to try and bring a little bit more adoption to it. So we saw it. We're like, oh, we love what you're doing. My artist actually was the one who saw it, and he was like, oh, let's help her out. Let's what we'll do is we'll upload her. Let me pull it up real quick.
For sure.
I don't really know how. All right, we'll pull it up later. If you know how to, I'll DM you the link real quick.
For sure. Yeah, let's do that way. That works perfect.
So this is just one little example.
Let's see. And while we're waiting here, while waiting for that to come over, I'm just going to check in with chat real quick.
Yeah, check in with chat real quick. I got to send this tweet out, actually.
Yeah, guys, not ignoring you. I'm going to take a moment here to, first of all, we got 66 people in here. Thank you guys so much for being here. How many likes we got? We have 50 likes. We got 65 people in here watching. Let's get the likes up to 60 real quick. And guys, also, Steak and Apes in the description has both his Twitter and his YouTube page linked there. Take a second to go there, follow the man on Twitter, subscribe to JPEG Junkies on YouTube, and just pay attention to what the man's doing. He's dropping NFTs all the time. If you haven't seen Steak and Apes, his collection on OpenSea, they're really funny. Like they're really well done. They're entertaining and they're just dope as hell in general. So go check them out. The man's doing a lot of really, really cool stuff. So let's see here. We got Crypto Gains Club in here. What's up, my friend? Satoshi Nakamoto, NFT and cryptocurrencies. Sup, y'all? Oh, where is it here? I thought I saw something earlier. We got Hex Deck in here as well. We got Blanks. And also, I think we should maybe take a moment here for those of you guys who maybe saw it in the description for this video. Maybe that's why you clicked. We're doing a bit of a giveaway today. We're doing a bit of one, small one, 25 ones. So for once you're done there, Steak, let's talk about that for a quick sec. Get people hyped up. We'll do that. Maybe we'll do the giveaway near the end of the stream, but let's get people hyped up a little. We want to talk about it. Talk about what you're doing, what we're thinking, what's going on.
So pretty much what I'm thinking, the biggest key thing that Richard Hart says is don't pull from his consumer base. Everybody with these side projects that are building and growing, don't extract value when people could be buying Hex. Continuously add new capital into the new people into the ecosystem through onboarding factors.
Right.
So whenever he said that, the way I do my direct marketing is I don't spend a lot of time in the Hex space. I spend predominantly most of my time in all of the other Twitter spaces. I go and interact with these communities, make connections. If I hear an artist out there chilling, I'll hit them up, be like, oh, hey, man, heard what you had to say. Do you want to go and move your project over to Pulsechain, give them some NFTs and utilize that factors. So whenever you don't want to steal from the own ecosystem that, we're building upon. So we need to continuously interact with new consumers. So I use that by literally going and liking, interacting, hanging out in their spaces. And then this is bridging the gap so they figure out about Hex, Pulsechain, and PulseX just a little bit faster. Because on the grand scheme of things, guys, we only have 200,000 wallets in the staking Hex currently. So that's not a lot. That's not a lot.
Small.
There's a couple, I can't remember the number right now, but there's millions and millions of other wallets of people who have never even heard about Hex. So all I'm doing is utilizing the new people coming into the space. They're coming into it because of NFTs right now. So the buy button to get them closer to the buy button for the hex.com, the Richard Hart ecosystem, is literally through an NFT. So
Yep.
figured that out, and that's what we're rocking with. But the
So-
giveaway we're doing.
Oh, you go right ahead. I was gonna say the giveaway we're doing. You just you just ran with my thought. Yeah.
What we're gonna do. You have a lot of loyal supporters. This is an example of one we did the other day. So I don't. We use hashtag NFT giveaway collection. Literally, NFT something is always trending every single day, and that's
I've
because
noticed.
there's people out there working, grinding. They're getting adoption into the space. You can hear all the big names, all the blue check marks going to these NFT shill spaces, Bored Ape spaces. It's insane. That's just getting them closer into crypto and getting the adoption spread faster. So this is a little example of it. We saw what SJ was doing. We reached out to her and we're like, hey, let's utilize your profile picture. We spiced it up a little bit. So let's utilize your profile picture and let's, give them away to the NFT community. Now they can hear about SciVive. So this is the 25 promo that we did. And if you scroll down, it was created and it has, the YouTube channel linked to it right there. Bam, go check it out.
Perfect.
And rock with it. And then after I do give them away to people, I DM them back and I'm like, hey, go retweet this. Well, don't retweet. Go tweet out the NFT that you got. Use the hashtags to the NFTs and bring them closer to our ecosystem.
That's sick. I love it. I also love the NFT. It's so well done too. And I think it's this. So the one we're giving away today, that's the one you sent me on OpenSea, but we're doing that on which network?
On Polygon.
Right, on Polygon. So guys, let me just bring this other one up real quick here so you can see. This is the one we're going to be giving away today. Boom.
Well,
that's
the ETH one.
This is the ETH one? Right.
Yeah, that's the one in the Genesis collection. So the way we do it, we do one in our Genesis collection, kind of just documenting our journey, and we list it for 0.1. You don't have to go and buy it or anything, guys. It might never have value, but it's up there. If you want to support our message, bam, go and buy the NFT. If you don't, go buy Hex instead. Go buy Pulsechain instead. Pulsex, get ready for all of that. But then we give away 25 Polygon ones, just to get interactions with the community. NFTs can be utilized for funnel systems. If you've ever done marketing before, funnel systems is link clicks. All you do is you click here, click there, bam, now you're right in front of the buy button. They're literally just utilizing them to get people very close to that buy button. And you never know, somebody might end up buying it.
Right. That's true.
So, I mean, the first money I ever made off NFTs was after I gave away about 1,500 of them. And on a secondary scale, I made 13 cents on it. That's a great point.
Oh, that's crazy. Let's just read Matty Cryptos because he's right on it. That's a great point, Steak and Apes. We do the same thing. Focus on the NFT world outside of Hex and Pulse. Use your NFTs as a way to introduce others to Richard Hart products. I think that's a great thing. And I haven't personally, spent enough time to fully wrap my head around until now, the ramifications. We're kind of almost in a little bit of an echo chamber. Sometimes we forget about the outside world. And so this is a great reminder that, we got to be inclusive as a community, and we got to, reach out to the other areas of the crypto sphere and make sure we're talking to them like what you're doing and including them and speaking their language too, because you think you could do the same. Like, how many people do you think you've brought into this ecosystem through the methods that you're using?
I mean, I get DMs a lot of people asking me questions. The ones that I initially started doing was the Pulsex sacrifice ape. So I put, Richard Hart's message. What was it? We sacrifice for freedom movement, freedom of speech, whatever it may be, whatever this message was. I put it, made a piece of digital art, had an ape on there and filters and all that stuff. And then I literally yelled at Twitter for the entire sacrifice and told everybody to go sacrifice for pulsex.com, told them about Pulsex, told them about Pulsechain. So those tweets were literally averaging about 10,000 impressions, those giveaway tweets. So in the grand scheme of things, I did my part, brought a little bit of adoption. But a lot of people try to play this thing where they think, oh, you're doing the most. Anybody that you see with their face and stuff out there and moving forward, like never demean what their value they are that they're adding, because you have no clue how much money they may have brought into this ecosystem.
It's a
You
very
have
valid
no
point.
clue how much like influence they could have to different buyers. So never talk down to anybody. I was in a Twitter space one time and I was asking this guy who was grinding and, doing his NFT brand. He's like, yo, treat everybody like your best friend. You'll never lose. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, everybody who likes and comments and tweets on your stuff, yo, like it back, freaking say thank you for the support, whatever it may be. Just treat everybody like your best friend. You'll never lose in business. And I was like, good point.
It's some valuable advice right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sold like 1 ETH worth of NFTs after I did that. And I was like,
wow,
that's insane. A lot of people like what you're doing. There's a lot of people watch behind these screens, and they definitely like what you're doing. And if you're putting out the right message, then people will support you.
Absolutely. Well, to be honest, I've noticed that already, which has been amazing. And the community is so strong and so wanting to help, it seems as well, that you almost have, like, you don't have to, but you almost feel like this obligation in a way where it's like, everyone's so damn cool. Like, I want to be everyone's best friend. Like, it's amazing. Oh, it's so nice. I have one more question, guys. We're going to open up I think it's a good time to open up the chat to some questions here. But before we do, I got one last question, because when it comes to Pulsechain and Pulsechain fork happening and all the copies coming over, let's talk for a moment about what's going to happen to the NFTs when the copy happens. So first, the question is, what happens to people's NFTs? I know it's a simple question, but just so to clarify for people, what happens to the NFTs that are in people's wallets? And then also, what happens to the NFTs in relation to the copy that are on OpenSea?
So there's definitely there's a lot more marketplaces than OpenSea, guys.
Right.
So that's the first thing you got to think. A lot of the NFT traffic does get directed towards OpenSea because they're the number 2 largest NFT marketplace right now. Looks Rare is actually number 1. So take the image out. Take the image out of your head. That badass piece of digital art, take it out of your head. All an NFT is a unique serial number deployed on the blockchain or a contract address. So that is what's going to get copied over to Pulsechain. So once people start setting up NFT marketplaces on Pulsechain, like Mintra.io, How to Pulse, Pulseverse, all those places, they will direct their servers to actually view those images that are stored on IFPS through that contract. So yes, you'll have a picture on this network and a picture on that network now once they set up the infrastructure for it. There will be people who will see that as an arbitrage period if they are listed for the same denomination that they are listed with on ETH, since Pulsechain is diluting the supply of ETH. So say you got an NFT listed for sale on Ethereum right now, and then it gets copied over and now it's listed on Pulsechain, but at a different denominator because of the value for those two cryptocurrencies. So somebody might view that as a very big arbitrage period and start scooping those up really cheap. So if you do have NFTs listed for sale on Ethereum right now, be very wary for whenever they do get copied over. Because if there's still that buy button there through, the scan, what Pulse Scan, whatever it is, they will pick up those, they will pick them up and then try and resell them.
That's a great point. And so just to clear the air for anyone who's still wondering what the copying and everything, how it actually works, so basically if someone's selling something, let's say there's a Bored Ape selling for 400 ETH, let's call it, right? That means it only takes 400 Pulsechain to buy that same copy over on the Pulsechain network or Pulse tokens.
If it is still listed for sale.
Right. So that's crazy. So how many NFTs do you see, or what is the percentage of NFTs that get taken advantage of in that situation? Do you think there's a lot of people that understand the ramifications of the fork for NFTs, or you think it's really under or unknown at this point relatively?
It's very, underknown. I tell new people about Pulsechain daily.
Right.
I go to Twitter Spaces. If you ever want to go and chill, all you got to do is go type in NFT shill on the little Spaces tab, and you can find about a couple hundred spaces literally a day.
Mm-hmm.
And all you do is go up there and chill. And every single time I go up there and chill, I just tell them about Pulsechain and PulseX. And as soon as I leave one of those spaces, I got about, anywhere from 10 to 30 new people following me.
Mm-hmm.
And then about 5 people in my DM saying, dude, what were you talking about? And I was like, check. I DM them pulsechain.com, PulseX. I was like, hey, go check out these websites. They're coming.
Mm-hmm.
DM me back if you have any issues.
Yep. But love it.
So I tell literally new people all the time.
That's perfect. That's perfect. That's what we need. That's what we need. That's a good point too, because I didn't think about going and even just talking about, because I don't know as nearly as much as you do and understand it to the depth of knowledge you have about NFTs, but I don't think it takes much. You can still go in and talk to them and say, hey, this is what's happening. And I didn't even think about that. So that's a great point. So if anyone's listening that does have knowledge and usually is in spaces and you're wanting to go out and, maybe get a few other people involved, that's a great way to do it. Go in an NFT space,
Mm-hmm.
just say a couple words in there. And like you're saying, you never know who will message you afterwards. It's a great way to do it.
Yeah, so, and they're the most supportive and receptive community that I've ever seen. They don't care what blockchain they're on. They're not in here for the tech. They could care less about the tech. They are not here for the tech, guys. They are here because of their digital creations. So whenever you go up, you'll literally post whatever you're promoting up at the top of the space. Mm-hmm. They'll literally, whoever the host is, they'll get everybody rallied up. They'll be like, like and retweet right now. Like, they're free. Let's go. Let's show our support. Do all that. You'll see people spamming emojis left and right. Mm-hmm. And then you go up there and just literally shill it, and bam, that's it. Now if somebody likes the message that you have, you'll come out. They'll be in your DMs. They'll, want to talk to you and gather more.
So what I'm hearing is the community is looking for the reason to actually start doing that for Pulsechain, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big thing to think about. That's huge. Yep. All right. Well, that's a pretty important factor we all got to consider there. All right, guys, noted for you, noted for me, and we all just took notes there. So before I keep going,
man,
go ahead, my friend.
Cut you off, but I love the branding you did about your YouTube channel, man. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
How you went with cryptographics. I kept telling everybody, we have a lot of hex names in the community, which is good. Mm-hmm. They're doing great. Keep rocking. Keep that community strong. But if you're trying to produce content, trying to get out there, what you need to do is DJ Pollywood just put a comment in there about 14 horses. I may have a horse or two, but they got play to earn games and stuff.
Okay,
I just went off on a tangent. Where was I going?
Oh, we're talking about you were talking about the branding of this channel and the cryptographics and how the Hexican community tends to brand things related to Hex specifically.
Yes, we definitely do that. Hey, love what you guys are doing, but if you're new to the space and you want to get yourself out there, brand towards crypto, because the best SEO for crypto search word is going to be crypto, guys. So,
yep.
I mean, I went with the staking side because whenever I started doing it, it was when Bored Ape Yacht Club was talking about staking their NFTs. So I was like, perfect. I'm going to go with that keyword because a lot of people, they know about staking crypto.
Yep.
So, and it kind of encompasses, it's not the best keyword, but it's a keyword that, these people are looking to lock up their funds and earn passive trustless yield. So that's why I went with staking apes, stake your money, earn that trustless passive yield.
Yep. That makes a lot of sense. And it kind of like, I don't know, it kind of makes me hungry. I think of steak and eggs every time I think of your name. So
it does sound like a badass barbecue shop too.
Oh my God. Yeah. We can't even go there. I haven't eaten in a little, I need to not go there. I'm just going to get hungry. I'm going to start salivating on stream, but man, yeah, there's something to be said for like finding those little keywords, like finding the niche within this niche that we're in. And like, I kind of lucked out, honestly. Like I came up with the name originally, and then the branding kind of worked. Because the one thing that I was not expecting, I found out after I paid someone on Fiverr to do the branding, and they nailed it, absolutely nailed it. And then what I didn't realize how well they nailed it though, is when I actually put the cryptographics logo up to the Hex and the Pulsechain and I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this like it fits. It's a puzzle piece. So it's just like almost meant to be. It's just like way too perfect. And I couldn't have come up with that on my own. There's no way. But I'll take it. It's one of those lucky things.
Yeah, I mean, it does pay to ask for help sometimes. The Hex community is, kind of all about, oh, don't, charge for anything. They try to act like Richard Hart, which Richard Hart himself yesterday on stream, he told the Crypto Starbucks tour guys, said, hey, start charging. Your time is valuable. Start charging. So looking at it from that aspect, it's okay to charge people, guys. If you're providing a service, this isn't, communism, like Wales always says.
I love it.
If you're providing a great service to the community, just try not to steal, from the community. Actually give them good quality content. Love what you're doing. You're straight whenever you do like your actual, shorter videos, straight to the point. I'm going to cover this topic, done. Because I don't want to scan through 2 hours worth of a video.
100%.
So keep producing high quality content like you are, man. I love the little setup and the guitar you got in the back. Baby blue is my favorite color too.
It's perfect. So. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I agree. Like, we got to support ourselves. And I think if we're doing it within reason and we're not gouging, you're not taking advantage, but you're supporting yourself. And I think there's something to be said, when you pay someone for their time, you do listen in a different way. You're paying attention more closely. You want to hear what they have to say. And I think you learn better as well. I know anytime that I've had to pay someone or for anything, I tend to appreciate it more. And so I think there's something to be said, even if it's a little bit. It's not like charging someone $1,000 for an hour of your time, but that little extra, even if it's $100 or $200, whatever your fee is, they're going to listen closely, and they're probably going to have a better chance of making a smarter investment with more money because they trust the information they've gotten more. They understand it better. They're willing to make a bigger investment. So it helps them and it helps the community and the ecosystem all kind of in one shot, It's kind of how I feel about it. But I got to pause for a sec here and say, Street Guru, thank you for the $20 super chat. Street Guru says, thanks for the info. How do I get more info on this? If you could clarify what you mean by how do I get more info on this, I will definitely give you more info on this.
Yeah. So what info do you need?
Yes. If you want info, man, just drop it in the chat and we'll get it to you. But, oh wait, hold on. Sorry here. Okay. This is what he was saying. So let's stick to the chat for a second. Let's answer some questions. Take a moment to keep you guys in the loop here. Street Guru, this is your question, right? How do I get the cheap NFTs and where are they? So let's talk about that for a sec. What platforms are there that you can expect to find them on, and when can they find them as well on Pulsechain?
I wonder if he's talking about the NFTs that we're giving away for this one. So everybody right now, how many people do we got?
We got 90 people in here, 91. We got 77 likes. We're going pretty close, guys. Let's get the likes up for one. But yeah, we got about 90 people in here.
Awesome. So we got 25 to give away. Like this channel, share it out to Twitter. Take a second, share it out to Twitter.
Yep.
Use some hashtag NFT giveaways, random NFT hashtags, and then DM me your address. Make sure you at me and Cryptographics in it. And then the first 25 to complete all of these tasks, bam, I'll be sending out you guys 25 NFTs. That's what it's limited to. That's all I got. All right.
That's perfect. That's perfect. So, okay. So step 1 is like. Step 2, subscribe. Step 3, which hashtag specifically do you want them to put out there?
Use hashtag NFT giveaway.
Okay, sweet. So tag me, Taking Apes and I, hashtag NFT giveaway. And then just tweet just send the tweet out and then send a DM to Taking Apes.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty. That's all 4 steps, guys. That's all you got to do. And you can win one of 25 NFTs. First 25 to get there. And the image that we shared earlier, that's the image, but it's on Polygon, right?
Yes.
Correct. Okay, awesome. I'm going to bring that up one more time just so everyone that's new in here can get a glimpse of it to understand what NFT they're fighting for. Guys, look at this. Look at this guy.
Look at that dude.
Look at that handsome. Look at his smile. He's got a great smile.
The artist that created that, he literally took a picture of you streaming like that and just threw it together. His name is the Vortexican. Real cool dude. He's a tattoo artist out in Oregon. He does all of my work. You guys, I'm not an artist by any means. That's why I like. I just understand the concepts and the game theory behind NFTs and how they can be utilized from a business aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So I have artists that do my NFTs for me. Vortexican, Garo, what Base God is doing a couple of them. We have a lot of great digital artists in the community. So if you are a digital artist, you want to start moving, you can even, if you're an artist in the community, and you make a badass piece, bam, give it to me. I'll upload it in the Follow the Heart collection, whatever it may be. If by some chance it does sell, we'll convert the profits to Hex and split it. And then I'll send you your half.
That's dope. I hope you guys heard that. That's amazing.
Yeah. I would rather you go out and create your own collection and do it yourself. But if you don't have the time and you want to, help with my branding and SEO, awesome. But you can go out there and do it yourself for 2 gas transactions on any of these NFT marketplaces.
That's sick. That's super sick. Guys, I hope you heard that. That's pretty cool of you to do that. I say this almost every stream, either once or twice, but the community that we have here is so damn cool. Everyone's willing to do something special to help the community out, So
yeah,
thank you for offering that. That's huge. And let's see here. I had a question from Chronic Moon Club. So my question is, I like Solana NFTs, but my NFT or CoinMarketCap utility is Pulsechain based. So my question is, should I try to mint on Immutable X instead of Magic Eden? Solana hard to bridge to MetaMask is issue.
Yeah, so Solana actually just got incorporated into OpenSea. Mm-hmm. So if a plugin for Pulsechain happens to appear on OpenSea, that would be killer. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love Mintra.io. I'm rocking with them. They have the kind of like looks rare style that they're doing where secondary sales go based off their token. Whoever their token holders are get distributed from their percentage that they take from hosting in their marketplace. Mm-hmm. But I like Solana, but you can try minting on these other platforms, but bridge the MetaMask issue. Yeah, so can you add the Solana network to MetaMask? I've never tried that.
Don't know if you can. I never tried, so maybe you can, but I've never tried it, so I don't know.
Yeah, because I actually just got a Phantom wallet the other day. I don't think you can bridge those yet. That might not be there. So
tough one answer.
Yeah, man. I would go to a bigger marketplace that has more consumers.
That's perfect. Yeah, fair enough. I'm glad you can answer that because I would have no clue. All right, let's see if we got any more questions real quick. I see lots of duns in the chat. I think I hear your phone popping off as well.
Yeah,
so I mean that might be people tagging you and I and getting to business.
Yeah, my notifications are blowing up right now.
All right, we might have to keep track of that real quick just to make sure that we know who the first 25 are.
Well, that's why I say DM me your address, guys,
right.
Because I go based off who DM'd me.
Yep.
So that's the way I track it. That's the way, because I'm not using like one of the Twitter giveaways or anything, the random spins. I'm doing it based off the people that DM me first.
Right. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a great way to do it. So, okay, Street Guru on the Pulsechain network, sir. Thank you. More info on, hold on. Let me go back to his original question, right? How do I get cheap? Okay, so this was his question. He says, how do I get the cheap NFTs and where are they on the Pulsechain network? So the ones that we were talking about that are going to get copied over, where can he find them and how can he get his hands on them?
So the 3 that I know about first will probably be Mintra.io, Pulseverse, and How to Pulse. Their marketplaces, I think, will be stood up the fastest. But I feel like there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we're not privy to right now because I've been promoting Pulsechain for almost a year now.
Yep.
And it's been a long sacrifice, guys. So I feel like some of these larger indies they're doing things on the back end. And I'm sure another larger NFT marketplace might be rocking with something. So you never know. Just wait until it happens. Your best bet is to, I think, probably Mintra.io right now. They're the ones that I see are going to be closest, like during launch.
Okay. What can we actually? Because I've done zero. I know obviously Gerardo. I'm very familiar with him, but What are they doing with Mintra? What is Mintra? Like who? Like is it just Gerardo? Like what is it bringing to the table? That is it? Is it like a new version of Open? I've heard they say it's a fork, but it doesn't sound like it's an actual fork. So what's going
No,
on
it's
there?
not. That was a joke, guys.
I figured it
Whenever,
was. Yeah.
I mean, I said I'm forking during that period whenever Richard Hart was like, "Oh, I'm forking," Ethereum, blah blah blah. Literally, everybody was going around saying, "I'm forking something." So they made a joke, and they're like, "We're forking OpenSea," blah blah blah. But if you actually go and watch like one of his streams, whenever he talks about Mintra.io, it's
Mhm.
actually very similar to what was that one I said? The largest one right now. Looks Rare. Looks Rare
Okay.
has the highest volume for trading NFTs right now. That's the one they're actually modeling it after,
Mhm.
because what they do is they have their token. So whenever people host one of these websites, you pay a fee. For them hosting their marketplace for OpenSea, they take 2.5% of every single trade. They take it. That goes into them. So what Looks Rare does is, I'm not sure on like the tokenomics of it. I just started diving into Looks Rare after Crypto Compassion's video covering Mintra.io and comparing it to Looks Rare. So what they do is they have their token, and those sales that go back and forth, a percentage of that yield goes to their actual token holders and their creators.
Sweet. I'm gonna bring it up for a sec. Let's talk about it. I'll bring up Looks Rare for a sec here.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, hold on. I'm on the wrong. I thought I did it. Chrome tab. Looks Rare. So this looks very similar actually to what I've seen from Mintra. So are they basically copying the entire premise of Looks Rare like, because I see down here there's a staking option with Looks. This is
Mm-hmm.
what you're referring to as the native token, right?
Yes.
Right. So how does something like this work within Mintra, or how will it work?
It's going to pretty much be the same model. Yeah, once you're staking your coins,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be earning the fees from the transactions.
Right.
So I would have to go and dig into that website more. Try and click explore, or click the rewards
Uh,
tab real quick on the right side.
let's see here.
I'm not sure how much they'll let us do. Yeah, click the staking. So looks rare. You stake, sweet. So yeah, you're going to pretty much stake your coin, and then click on the rewards you collect drop down on the right.
There.
Yeah. See that you're going to have to connect your wallet to be able to actually dive into their tokenomics.
That's fair. I can do that
But pretty
another time
much,
for sure.
so say let's just say they take 5% of every transaction. They probably don't. That's a very high percentage. But say they take 5% of it, they're going to allocate 1% of those and give them to the holders of their tokens that are staking their tokens.
Oh,
They're just
sweet.
going to give them that percentage.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I knew a little
You
bit more
would.
about Mintra when they were first starting up.
Yeah.
Things
There
you
was
can't keep up with everything, man.
you can't. So let's talk about the shiny stuff that's going to be getting put in front of our face on Pulsechain.
Let's do it.
There were like, if you guys think there is a lot of stuff going on right now and being built, just wait till it's actually here. We're going
Mhm.
to hear about a new meme coin. We're going to hear about a new NFT marketplace. You're going to hear about all of this new shit. And guess what? A lot of you are going to get fucking wrecked. You're just going to get wrecked chasing all of this stuff. If you sacrifice for Pulsechain and sacrifice for PulseX, do not use that money to try and make more money. Introduce new capital. So if you see, look like Shiba, Shimnu, whatever Inu is launching on Pulsechain, don't be like, oh, let me take 10% of my Pulsechain sacrifice and throw it in there. No, do not do that.
Mm-hmm.
Introduce some new capital into Pulsechain
Yep.
and then go and play with it. What you guys need to do with the Pulsechain and PulseX you sacrifice, single side staking, make it very easy and do that. If you
Mm-hmm.
guys want to go play degen games, awesome. But introduce new capital to degen around. Don't pull from your Pulsechain or PulseX. Like, I wish I didn't have to, burn so much Ethereum, because you know how many X's you get on that Ethereum, but you
Mm-hmm.
just burn it to oblivion. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to that was my investment into that product. I'm going to lock that up through a single side staking protocol and just let the yield continuously build. If I see a shiny project that comes out that I like, bam, I'm going to fucking introduce some new capital and throw it over there. but I'll continuously add to my portfolios for Pulsechain and Pulsex and Hex the entire time. If I do get this shiny, ooh, that looks cool, because let's not lie to ourselves, guys. You see something cool and you're like, oh man, I want to get in. I can get in early on this. Could make a lot amount of money. So yeah, I do that sometimes. I throw it around, but that's like 5% of my portfolio. 95% in RH stuff with passive trustless yield. The other 5%, yeah, I'll throw $50 into a random shit coin sometimes.
Because you never know, right? Maybe that goes right.
You never know. But a lot of people, they see that narrative and then they just keep and continuously try doing it. I did it with every single BSC reflection token. I'm not going to lie, because that was like my first year into crypto, because Ethereum gas fees were way too expensive.
I got to read this from Ash here because what you just said is great. And I really agree. That's the smartest thing anyone has ever said on stream. Introduce new capital and don't sell the bag you hold.
Yep.
Again, anyone.
Yo, Ash is my man. Yo, thanks for the shout out, bud.
Yeah, that was sick. That's so true. It's so true. And speaking of why you wouldn't want to, because we're talking about why you shouldn't get rid of the stuff you already have, because there's probably some danger in degenning.
Yep.
Be Bullish is asking, can you speak to where the danger is potentially in NFTs? I know it's a kind of an ambiguous word saying danger, but take that how you will.
Yeah, so dude, there's landmines everywhere out there with NFTs.
Right.
Like, as soon as you see a massive amount of economical energy moving in one direction, bam, the scammers come in and they're like, how do I take advantage of this? So they've done it multiple times. They'll create a 10,000 derivative collection, spend about $1 million to $2 million on marketing and advertisement, where there's not, and building this fake community, and then getting everybody all hyped up. And then guess what? They go to mint. They mint out in less than 30 seconds and get $40 million, and then delete their Twitter, and then you never see from them again. So unless there's actually like docs, like people who are building their brand and moving forward, like Gary Vee's doing with V Friends right now, I would stay away, guys. Make sure you go to the spaces, make sure you know who you're investing with, who you're rocking with. And because that happens so many times in NFT projects. There was this group that was doing it freaking, and they were making so much money, and they rugged the art was the same too. It was like doodle something,
man.
And yeah, man, you just gotta watch out. Make sure there's a good, strong team. Go to the creators. If you can't figure out who the creators are and know who you're interacting with, stay away. Whatever gets put in front of your face is probably bad news. Good news spreads a lot slower than bad news.
Well, I mean, look at Hex.
Yeah, it's literally the same thing. Like, yes, you can have the best product in the world, but if nobody knows about it, all you have is a product.
Yep, and I can attest to the community side, making sure you know who you're dealing with, because I've only purchased one NFT in my life, and it was a rug pull. So I just you know what, I'm gonna try this one time, and man, that went bad.
See, and the only reason why you knew about it was because somebody was advertising it, so it was constantly in front of your face. If you want to see what they are pumping into the algorithm, all you have to do is utilize the search feature on Twitter, type in NFT, don't go to top, click over and go to latest, and you'll see repetitive posts. So I saw this one called Hexit NFT. It's a new Polygon marketplace for NFTs. And
that's where that came from.
Ooh, I'm gonna use their SEO a little bit, and I started using hashtag Hexit NFT. So somebody accidentally got misdirected whenever they were looking for a Polygon marketplace into the Hex ecosystem through that.
That's perfect. I was wondering where you got that from, because you were sending me that as a hashtag, and I was like, how does this even exist? So that's amazing.
Yeah, I found that one out because they were pumping in the algorithm, repetitive posts constantly happening, and then 3 days later.
Oh, I don't know if I was.
Yeah, but that's going to be expensive, man. That's going to NFT because now on OpenSea you do have to pay an Ethereum gas transaction for it to do that. So if you do hold something near and dear to your heart and you're willing to, wait till Sunday, wait till a time when cheap gas is there, go ahead and delist it. You should know. We should know, like Richard Hart would be like, hey, snapshots going now. Make sure you're prepped and ready to go.
Mhm.
If you hold a solid NFT, please, delist it, because there's a potential arbitrage period and somebody might exploit it.
I hope he does that, because I mean, I can't imagine how, like, if I just from what you just said, kind of visualize how that plays out, and you tell me what you think here if I'm wrong or not. But I could see like the people who could potentially have mass, because how big of an influence as far as who the people who, let's say, own a board ape, or some of these the what are the really big
Doodle
doodle.
dragons.
Yeah. Some of the bigger NFTs that, have a presence on social media because of those NFTs. What happens if you piss those people off because you didn't tell them about the fact that they're getting a copy, and then their $25 million NFT or $10 million or $1 million NFT is now worth 30 cents on a duplicate chain, and someone has the same thing? I can imagine the tweet that comes out after that on their part saying Pulsechain's a scam. Don't ever touch it. Like, I can't imagine that's a good play. So, I mean,
No, it's not. And I mean, I've heard Gerardo speak on it a couple of times and try and put it out, but there definitely needs to be somebody talking to those communities and letting them know. I mean, with my 3,000, subscribers on Twitter, my reach only goes so far.
yeah, yeah.
So I definitely try to, tell people as much as I can, but
Mhm.
your message only spreads as far as your follower count does.
Well, even like a guy like Richard Hart, who's got 200,000 Twitter followers, man, he's struggling to get a hold of people that for an interview.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's crazy. So what is there, because you're into the marketing side of things, and do you understand Twitter to the level of is it based on followers for someone? Is it, or is it just like when someone sees your name that you tag them in a post, is it just their discretion? Like, I know it's notifications, they get the notification no matter what, but why is that
No, that's not
engagement?
true.
It's not? Okay, well, perfect. This is what I want to know. Okay, perfect.
That's why, because I was giving away a lot of NFTs, and I was having people throw them in the threads, throw their address in the thread, and then I would send it based off as the notifications would roll in.
Mhm.
But once I got up to like 2,500, 3,000 subscribers, I wasn't seeing them anymore, because
Oh,
there is a filter by low quality message feature on Twitter. So if it's a low quality message for you, then you don't see it. I guess I probably should turn that off, but then
well,
I
what is a
see
low quality comment in discretion from Twitter?
repetitive spam message.
Oh, I see. So it's got to be like a unique message with maybe someone that has X number of followers, or is it just
Yeah,
unique?
unique probably.
Okay, okay, that's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that. Huh? Man, the things you learn. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's why I tell everybody, and they still continuously put it in my thread. And I'm like, I'm not sending you guys NFTs anymore. If you put it in my
Oh,
thread, it's not happening. All
well, you
right.
know what
Send
this is making me
it.
think of? This is making me realize, though, that because we have like a hexagon army that tends to, not just one at a time go to someone's post when they say something about a hex, or like, what crypto should I invest in? But we spam them. Like,
Uh,
it's like every single hexagon on earth is just like all at once. And so I wonder, do those people see most, or does it get like blocked out? You think, like, what happens there with when something like that happens?
Um, probably some of them get filtered by low quality if
Right.
they send the same message constantly.
Right.
Because I got shadow banned on Twitter for probably like a month or two,
Oh
because
no.
every single time somebody would send their address, I would go
Mhm.
send them the NFT, and then I had a same message that I copied and pasted and
Mhm.
put back into the thread that said apessteakhex.com, blah blah blah. And my engagement went from 10,000 impressions per giveaway down to like one like. And I was
Oh,
like, what the hell's going on right now?
oh
So then
God.
I went to like twitter.developer, and I started, just reading,
Mhm.
actually reading the terms and services instead of just fucking clicking through and accepting it,
Damn, dude.
Yeah. You go and read their little details, and they'll be like, oh, all right, I was doing that exactly. That's why I got shadow banned. Thank you. Thank you for the information, guys.
Yeah, no kidding. That's hilarious. I think Chronic Moon is another good question here. Let's see here. I actually didn't read through this picture, but why rug when you can make more money if you have include utility with solid game theory? Make more money. Many projects fail because founders do not follow through
Yeah.
with the utility. So when it comes to founders, is it, if they're anonymous at all, steer clear? Sake, you there?
Yeah, my internet cut out there for a
Okay,
minute.
no problem. So yeah,
But yeah,
okay, yeah. If they're anonymous at
whenever
all, steer clear.
I mean, I would. There are great reasons for people to be anonymous. Other people they don't want they don't want to merge their crypto life and their real world life. So there
Mhm.
are some good reasons to stay anonymous, stay out of the limelight. But you just it's difficult. You never know. 92% of small businesses fail.
Right,
Just imagine these as 92% of these small businesses are going to fail.
right.
So as soon as you think of that narrative,
Mhm,
then you're like, yeah, maybe I should just find something that I like, find like-minded individuals and
mhm.
want to build and actually grow with.
Yep.
Because now stop worrying about somebody else doing work. Go and do the work yourself. Richard
Mhm,
Hart literally says, don't profit off the work of others. He's
mhm.
literally telling you to go out there and work and build and create.
Yep.
And if a scam does pop up in his ecosystem, he's the first one to be right under it and say scam. Like,
It's mind-boggling how quick he's there, actually.
I know, I know. Like, Crypto Stylist was trying to kind of linger towards that question. And
Mhm,
if you yesterday when they were talking on stream, but if you follow him, he does that stuff. If he doesn't say scam under it, that's not saying it's good or anything like that, and you should invest in it. But he does watch everything that's happening in his community, the best that he can.
yeah, do you think he sleeps, or is he just, like,
I
up
don't
all
think
the
so.
time?
No, he's a robot. Like he's literally just a robot behind the screen. Did you see that bike that he had the other day with the
No.
monitor? Dude,
No.
that
Oh,
shit
wait,
was
no. Is it a picture of, a home workout bike? Like a what is it?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, I've seen that. Yeah.
With his face in front of that man works constantly.
It's impressive, man. I so much admiration for what he's doing and what he's done already. It's pretty epic that we have him as the guy, pulling the reins for the dog sled team here. Like it's
Mhm.
pretty sweet. It's pretty damn sweet.
He makes a lot of good points. He's not a big fan of DAOs either,
Mhm.
which I'm not really a big fan of DAOs either,
Right.
because you want the way he did it with Hex is there's one entity that always acts in the best interest of Hex. He said, if you're not qualified to speak on something, why should you have a voice in that? So the conception of a DAO where, people have voting rights and can do whatever they want, now you can literally just lobby 51% of that DAO, and now the
Mhm.
message is getting spread that way.
Mhm.
So you kind of run into that with the United States with the two-party system right now.
Mhm.
Whoever lobbies the most money one side, their message is the one getting spread. So that's
Mhm.
the same concept of a DAO. There's these people like to live in these utopian societies, and it's just not always effective for growth, in my opinion.
Mhm. I think that's a very good point. So, is there a right way to do the DAO? What's the best way to make a DAO work then, so that you don't have any kind of lobbying sort of happening, if you will?
I think if you look at Hex, we got a very good example.
Right.
Central entity pushing forward in one direction.
Yep. I think it's a great
So,
point.
because once you have the DAO, once you try to, make give people reasons to vote on something, that kind of breeds corruption, and
Mhm.
then their view gets scattered.
Mhm.
And
That's
then
a
you
good
have that one person who has that one coin, that one vote trying to make a difference. And then they're like, fuck, it didn't work. I tried, guys. I tried.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Guys, real quick, I just want to touch base with you guys, see how you're doing. Also, if you have questions, please throw them in the chat. Love to talk more. And actually, something I'm thinking that we should talk about in a second is what you think of as far as what you're most, obviously outside of the NFT world, what are you most excited for when it comes to the Pulsechain ecosystem, whether it's PulseX, Hex, Pulsechain copies, what it's going to do for the rest of crypto? Like, what's the thing you're most excited for when it comes to Pulsechain?
Growth, growth
Growth.
and development. So everybody keeps talking about, try to talk on this macroeconomic scale where there's going to be this one world currency stuff. No, we need 1,000 Ethereums. We need 100 pulse chains to scale this to a large scale, because
Mm-hmm.
all we're literally doing is using digital ledgers on softwares to interact with goods and services. So I like the decentralized aspect that Pulsechain is breeding, the core fundamentals that, Pulsechain is on.
That's amazing. I agree. I think that growth is probably one of the biggest things that, I mean, I'm also excited too for, the opportunities it brings people as well, for getting a second chance essentially at Ethereum,
Mm-hmm.
that's huge. I mean, when was the last time because there's been like 100X's, 1000X's, lots of X's going on, but on a major L1, when was the last time we saw something like an Ethereum run?
You really haven't yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's because they were ghost chains. There was nothing on chain whenever they were deployed. They weren't functioning products.
Mm-hmm.
They were in beta. They were doing this, trying to scale and build at the same time. So we actually have a functioning product coming out with Pulsechain and PulseX. So your coins that were on Ethereum, they're already going to be there. The memes that you guys love, the JPEGs that you guys love, they're already there. So, bam, I think that's what's going to breed adoption more than anything, having that complete product to market. We're not worried about beta testing. Dude, freaking Solana's been in beta this entire time. They barely have enough people who will run nodes on their network.
Oh, it's painful to watch sometimes, hearing about how often Solana goes down. Are they running? I don't even know what's going on. Are they running or are they still down?
Well, Polygon's the same way. It's down all the time too. So like people will get mad because I'll go and try and send NFTs, and I'm like, sorry guys, Polygon's not working again. I'll get them to you later. I swear.
Oh man. Well, your fingers crossed that we don't run into this for our giveaway that we're doing today. And quick shout out, we got Bullish OX in the chat. Bullish, hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by, my friend.
Yo, the man behind the scenes everywhere.
Oh, he's crazy, man. The work he's doing is awesome. It's I know the second time I've said this, but slightly different this time, I swear, is like the amount of like different types of people we have in this community that bring different types of value. There's all bases seem to be covered. It's crazy. Yep. The more people I meet, the more I realize like we don't have a hole in the ecosystem. It seems, like every crack has been plugged or filled in some way. It's mind boggling. It's so cool. One question I saw from NFT Cluck here that is a good one, I think, is what's your NFT plan? Will you delist all you have for sale during the snapshot or before the snapshot?
Yo, NFT Cluck's trying to pull some arbitrage periods on me.
He knows. Yeah.
He's like, are you going to delist them?
Like, what are you doing, bro?
I actually realized yesterday that none of my NFTs were even listed for sale.
Oh, really?
In my Genesis collection. So I actually just went and relisted them. So depends on Ethereum gas fees. I mean, I might delist them. I might not. NFT Cluck trying to game the system over here.
Yeah, I like where your head's at, though, man. Good try. Let's see. I think we got. Is there anything more important than onboarding new people that we can do for the growth of Pulse? That's a great question. So, what do you have to say? What do you think?
Onboarding is the biggest thing. Whenever it comes to cryptocurrency, peer-to-peer interactions through targeted marketing is what you have to do. That's what's most effective. Crypto was designed with this, like their first intentions was macroeconomics. This is going to change the world, blah, blah, blah. And then they realized that there's going to be small subset communities built. And I think that's why Ethereum is thriving, because people can build on top. You need to continuously vertically scale as you go in this space. So yeah, growth and adoption. Tell somebody new. I literally tell every single time I give somebody an NFT, I'll be like, hey, utilize this as a tool to go tell somebody about Pulsechain. Go to an NFT shill space and be like, yo, guess what? Just got this NFT giveaway. It's talking about Pulsechain, and that's where he's moving over to. Yeah, just utilize it as a tool. That's all it is. It's a basic funnel system for marketing.
Just drop seeds everywhere you can, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I love it. Just spread them everywhere.
That's how the internet works. You look at algorithms. That's how they work.
That's a good point, actually. That's a really good point. Let's see here. Okay, so he's just clarifying. Nah, he's looking to protect himself. Okay, fair enough. Or good cover there. Not sure which one.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I'm only bugging you. My friend. Yeah, you got that wrench, Terrafin. You earned it. You've been around for a while here. Just Biz, A, welcome, and B, Just Biz says, can you sell NFT into Decentraland if you don't own land? And will Facebook Meta kill Decentraland?
Actually, what Facebook's stock dropped and their earnings was like negative. I can't even remember the report that I heard on it that I read a couple of days ago. I don't think so. I don't. They're a very large entity,
Mhm.
so they brought a lot of adoption to the NFT space by rebranding towards Meta.
Mhm.
But from a decentralized aspect, the community in crypto is not a fan of their model, their model system,
Yep.
their model boy.
Mhm. Do you think that's specifically due to just like the premise of Meta and what it is for like on a impact on a global scale, or is it more the centralized kind of control that it has due to just obviously being controlled by like Meta?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much the centralization in it.
Yep. That's exactly what I was expecting. Let's see here if we got anything else in the chat. Shout out to Steak and Apes for doing the work and not being in an echo chamber. Yeah, shout out to you, man.
Thank you.
Because
I couldn't do it.
you take a lot of flack, don't you? Or I feel
I
like you
did.
take a little bit of heat for doing what you're doing.
Whenever I first started, I would get, "What the fuck are you doing?" constantly.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't mean to cuss on your stream. My
that's
bad,
all good,
man.
man. It's all good.
But
It's all good.
yeah, pretty much they're like, Richard Hart hates NFTs, and I'm like, I know, I don't care. So I
Mhm,
hated because the only reason why I downloaded Twitter was for Hex because
mhm,
that's what I was there for. That's the reason why they're like, hey, follow Richard Hart. Listen to him. He keeps you updated, stuff like that.
mhm.
Awesome. That's what I did. Bam. And then my Twitter got turned into a Hex echo chamber, and all I was seeing was Hex to $1, Hex to the moon,
Mhm,
changing this, that. And I was like,
mhm,
love all of this stuff, guys, and I love what you're preaching, but I I strive to learn new stuff every single day.
mhm.
So there's whenever you get into tech and finance, there's a new article out literally daily. So I can't be. I know how Hex functions.
Mhm,
So why would I, just I love the community, everything, but I wasn't gaining any new knowledge. So that's why I spend all of my time out, not all of my time. I try to spend as much time as I can with the Hex guys because, love the community and stuff. But
mhm,
whenever I'm working, I'm not going to be, hanging out in the Hex stuff. When I'm
mhm.
actually doing the work that I want to do, I'm going to be learning what new people are doing in the NFT space. Like you'll catch me in the Board Ape Club,
Yeah.
like you'll catch me in all of them just listening in, seeing what's going on.
Mhm. That's awesome. Yeah, paying attention to all the corners, knowing all the spaces that the light of the Hex community doesn't want to shine onto.
Hmm.
I like
Yeah.
that. And one last shout out here, guys. Well, let's take a little pause here. Shout out to our supporting sponsor, JPEG Junkies, for the giveaway. If you haven't already, A, like this video, but B, and more importantly for the context of what we're talking about here, go to the link in the description. Go smash the follow button on Twitter for Steak and Apes. Go subscribe to JPEG Junkies. And then let's remind everyone of the giveaway real quick in case people came in late and they're
Hmm.
just seeing this now. So Steak with 4 steps, right?
Yep. 4 steps: like, subscribe, and then wait, share to Twitter, share this video to Twitter at
Mhm.
me and cryptographics in it, and then put hashtag NFT giveaway, and then DM me your public address. And the biggest thing that I want to tell to everybody who is listening right now, if you have a Hex stake on your wallet, don't send me that that public address. Go and
Mhm.
create a new MetaMask right now for NFTs. Segregation is the best way to go whenever you're in the crypto space, and not enough people preach on that. So I don't want, because now you're going to go and degen around in the NFT space. I guarantee it. That's like as soon as somebody sees my message, like the people who are already in the NFT space, now they know to come to the Hex space. But the
Mhm.
people who are in the Hex space now, they want to go and look at the NFT space just
Mhm.
because of me talking right now.
Right.
Get a brand new wallet, guys. Get a
Great
brand
point.
new wallet for NFTs. If you don't know what dust attacks are, it's where people, drop you cryptos and try to get you to sell them, incur transactions. So the crazy part with NFTs and the factor that they bring in, you probably like your MetaMask wallet right now probably has a whole bunch of dust attacks in it from random networks that will never see the light of the day because you haven't imported that token.
Right.
So you don't see it, it's not there. But if you actually go look on Etherscan and look through it, you'll be surprised how much bullshit is actually in your wallet. So with that being said, now we have these NFT marketplaces that are hosting these images.
Mm-hmm.
So before you couldn't see that fucking little serial number. Now you can see this picture of this ape or, you know, whatever art it is. And you'll be like, oh shit, I'm gonna list that one for sale, try and make some money off of it. And they're even tricky too. Like they'll sell it. They'll wash trade a couple in that collection. So it looks like it has some volume. You'll list it for sale. And then next thing you know, bam, wallet's drained. They'll come swoop it up. Wallet's drained. You're gone. So segregate your wallets whenever you're in the NFT space. Segregate your wallets in the hex space. Segregate your freaking wallets all over the place. But I am sponsoring the crypto fitness challenge that Jim Rat and Bullish are doing right now. Today's the last day to sign up, guys. Yep. So if you want to be a part of their ecosystem and you want to get the NFTs, we're doing pretty much like every 30 days you get an NFT, you know, for supporting with their page, with their fitness challenge. So I kind of explained to them like AA chips, you know. So you're like 1 week sober, bam, you get a chip. Well, we're kind of doing the same concept, but with NFTs. Man, you completed 30 days of the fitness challenge, bam, you get your NFT on the crypto fitness challenge collection.
That's sick.
So,
I actually really like that.
Yeah, we're just documenting, you know, their process moving forward. And if they keep with that brand of the crypto fitness challenge and they have multiple challenges going, bam, just every single time, we're going to continuously vertically scale that collection.
That's dope. I like that a lot. I just want to shout out to Bullish OX for this comment here real quick here. This new gen of Hexkins do not follow this hex only BS in my opinion. No disrespect, which, hey, I understand. No disrespect. Folks like Cryptographics and Staking Apes are about Hearts Mafia and beyond. I agree. You know, this is the one thing that I want to do on this channel, and what you clearly want to do too is like to reach the people we haven't already reached.
But
you know?
I do not want to disenfranchise anything that any of our other influencers have done. They got Hex to do a 10,000x, man. Yo, more power to you guys. Yo, big shout out. Love everything you're doing. We're in charge of a layer one now. All right. Being in charge of a layer one is a lot different than trying to be in charge of an ERC20. Like to get more gas interactions, get more people on chain, there's different tactics that you have to do. Because if Pulsechain only has Hex, Pulsechain, and Pulsex, man, that's not a lot of volume at all, guys.
That Pulsex buy and burn ain't gonna be doing a whole lot.
Yeah, like one Hex stake's gonna incur 2 gas transactions, bro. Like shit. That would suck. Like
not a ghost chain, but like, you know, that phase between alive and ghost, whatever that would be.
Yeah,
you know?
That little middle ground.
You're like stuck in the matrix.
Use it, but they don't.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta say this is actually cool. Vortexicid just has a good idea here. Hearts Mafia sounds like a great NFT collection.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to create Hearts Mafia next.
All right, there you go, live on stream. I like that. That's actually a dope name, Hearts Mafia. That's
there's probably somebody already buying the URL right now.
Yes,
somebody's watching this channel. They're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, it's gone.
Drop that nugget. Like, I'm ready to go. And I put a lot of the stuff that I'm doing out there because 99% of the people that are actually listening, they're not going to do it. So I put like 90% of my ideals and my thoughts moving forward because doing a collaboration is so much easier than trying to be an independent contractor, guys. Go utilize your community, utilize your resources. Like, I can't create art, but people saw that I was giving away NFTs for free and they liked NFTs and they're like, wow, I like what you're doing. I'm an artist. Here's some of my art. And I was like, yo, let's go. Let's keep building, man. Let's keep scaling.
Yep. It's crazy. Yeah, well, just even this stream and talking about the NFT giveaway, like connected with a whole lot of different people that I've never ever seen interact with my posts. You know, it's cool. It's like, there's an outside world.
They saw those 7,000 subs and they're like, oh shit,
who's this guy?
Got some reach.
Yeah,
doing some good things. Yeah, man. Yeah. I definitely saw it too. Like, I mean, I saw you on Twitter in the Twitter Spaces there for a minute. And I didn't look too much into you. You told me about your T-shirt and stuff.
I remember that conversation. Like that was like a Tuesday or Thursday night or something like that. And I just happened to mention it in that Twitter space for the first time. I felt so intimidated by all you guys. Like, these guys know what they're like. I'm so underqualified to be in here. I can't believe they're letting me speak.
Bro, you were not underqualified at all. You were not underqualified at all. Like, a lot of people get intimidated. No, man, you're not underqualified at all. I looked at your stuff and I was like, man, this dude's awesome. Like, I loved your graphics. I didn't know you're trending towards a YouTube page. So I haven't spent a whole lot of time on YouTube by any means at all. We're getting ready to start getting the JPEG junkies rolling and start. I want, like, our vision is to start, interviewing artists like once a week, some sort of time like that. Somebody who's building on Pulsechain, bring in new artists and just talk, like, ask them about their experience, do a little interview with them, tell them about Pulsechain, bring them over. That's the design of JPEG junkies.
Right. Yeah. Well, let's talk about something too, because I've been noticing in this space. So, like, when it comes to growth, now this is not something that like needs to be done, but I've noticed a trend, and I think this is fairly obvious. But if you want to, because if I look at my streams versus my videos, even the videos that don't do very, very well, I still get like maybe 10 times more views, or not 10 times more views, but the engagement and the subscribers grows so much faster for videos in general. And I think that there's, streams are valid and they're important and great to have open dialogues like we're having and talking about stuff and discussing everything, kind of just like running with it, engaging with the chat. But I definitely see that there's the same people for a lot of streams that are, in the same stream rooms over and over and over again. And we're not really reaching these same people. And I think it's beneficial for everyone to have a balance between streaming and making videos, even if they're 2-minute videos, 3-minute videos. But I think it's important, to consider what works and not neglect something in that respect. Like we're talking about NFTs today, as far as how important they are for Pulsechain, right? Same thing for us content creators. I think it's really important to make sure that we're putting some videos out, because people want to click on it. They know what they're going to get first right away, right? There's the clickbaity title, there's the thumbnail supporting the clickbait, and then you get dangling the hook. It's got the bait on there. They chomp on it, and you give them exactly what they want, and they leave happy and leave you a great comment, share it to their friends, and boom, you got a whole nother degree of people you might have just reached by getting in contact with them, And so
that's how algorithms work. That's how they spread news.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, definitely great. You can even promote some of your stuff, some of your content, and get, twice as many views and stuff. I didn't realize how impactful videos and actually being able to put a face to somebody's profile picture or like, that little tangibility of actually seeing somebody like streaming before. And now I'm starting to see it more and more. Like, people want to see your face. They want to hear you talk. They want to gauge by your emotions, your reactions to stuff. Like, they want to see me laughing my ass off whenever this dude said, I look forward to learning about NFTs. Boomer voice. Like, that shit made me fucking laugh my ass off, dude. So
Alan, you're great.
They want to see that little engagement, man. So never disenfranchise, anybody who's out there supporting you.
Yeah, 100%. Like, you don't want to connect with someone who feels like it's kind of fake at all. Like, you think about the people you actually follow on Twitter, it's because you feel that connection with them in some way. You feel they're either being real as hell to you, and you feel that connection with you. You feel like you're having that authentic relationship. But whenever there's like that little bit of inauthenticity, you can see it in I don't even think it's anyone in the sphere, but just in general, you look at YouTubers, content creators, and when they're trying really hard, they're like, they're putting on the persona and they're doing the thing. You can just see that stagnation and growth. You can see the receptiveness from people. And I think that's just a testament to like what people want as content. Like, really, like, I'm a regular dude, you're a regular dude. We're all regular, we're all regular guys and girls. It's like, we want to connect with one another. We want to grow our circle, essentially, right? So, I mean, that's huge. And I think it's a testament to how well a lot of the creators, in this space are growing too. I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about everybody. Everyone's reaching different people and connecting people in different ways and growing quite quickly. So it's really cool. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, you have to, whenever you're in this kind of game, you got to constantly update your worldview. I can't tell you how many articles and crap that I read where they're like, try this, try that. That stuff is put out there for a reason. So if you ever like need help and you don't see any growth, go to the data. Go like there's analytics literally built into every single program that we utilize for social media. It's there for a reason. Don't be a dumbass and say, I'm just going to, don't just like keep trying to do one thing. No, constantly update, constantly, you know, change your styles. So a lot of people kind of, you know, if you built your foundation based off Hex, your user base is, their foundation is based off Hex. So they don't want to like hear you talk about anything. That's why it's been so taboo in the community to talk about NFTs, to talk about this, talk about that. So because their foundation was built on buy, stake, Hex, and go live your life. Great message. But the new people who are coming into our community right now, they're not whales. They haven't already made it, you know. They're trying to figure out how they can help out and utilize, you know, this community to continuously grow and build, because they're trying to pump their own bags. That's all crypto is. People,
and there's more of them than the whales. There always will be more of them than the whales. You know? So that's a great point. We gotta cater to those people, and we gotta help them out. Real quick here. Let's see. Where is it? You know, this is not a bad idea to have a cryptographics channel that's specific to maybe NFTs or something like that. I'm going to note that down. I'm not going to make any promises. I'm not even going to imply that's going to happen, but noted. It's a good idea.
I've been looking into like cross streaming on multiple platforms, you know, so anytime I stream, it gets directed to my JPEG junkies and maybe Twitch, whatever it may be. So like, if you want to do like, hey, once a week, you know, we'll interview an artist on cryptographics, you know, channel, a Pulsechain NFT artist. I could probably get Vortexkin to come up here right now and just talk about his journey with me moving forward, you know. So if you want to do like maybe once a week, and I'll have it streaming on my channel, we can have it streaming on you. It can be, you know, just both of us, you know, just talking, whatever it may be, something like that. If that's what, you know, your community wants, then we can make it happen, dude.
I'm gonna write that down right now.
I just got a mic today, guys. Don't worry, I'll stop streaming in front of my couch. Eventually,
I can't wait to hear you with the mic, man. You sound so crisp.
Yeah, I'm literally streaming from my laptop right now. Don't worry, guys. I'll step my game up eventually.
It's coming. It's coming. We'll get you going. We'll make you sound like a pro, my man. Real quick here. Oh, we got a bunch of chats all at once there. Let's see here. 1 million piranha can eat a whale. I like that. That's a great analogy. I like that. I like that a lot. Well, I want to ask you real quick, because we're getting up to the hour and a half mark, and unfortunately I got to run, and I want to ask you, Steak, do you have anything else anything you want to talk about, anything you want to say to all the viewers here before we go? Any final thoughts or words?
Yeah. Pulsechain is coming, guys. PulseX is coming. There's going to be a lot of shiny things put in front of your face. Remember the core fundamentals that, you know, our community was built on: buy, stake, Hex, single side stake, Pulsechain, and PulseX. I feel like that is going to be the best path. And then go out there and create and build. I love the entrepreneurship. If you ever have any questions, if you're a digital artist, graphic artist, if you're a singer, songwriter, whatever it may be, yo, pitch me what you want to do. I'll throw you a business model, maybe put you in touch with a couple artists, start that network effect. You find your little niche and move forward. But yeah, and then just treat everybody on the internet like they're your best friends, and you'll never lose, dude.
I love that. Treat everyone on there like your best friends. That's awesome advice. So before we go, again, before I even say this, first, guys, go into the description below. Steak and Apes, thank you for being here. Go follow his Twitter. Go subscribe to JPEG Junkies. And again, if you just got here there might be a chance for you to still win this giveaway. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Blowing up this whole time. I haven't even looked at it yet, guys.
All right. Well, let's just to be sure, in case someone wants to still try, all you got to do is you got to share this video. You got to tag Steak and Apes and I. You got to place hashtag NFT giveaway. And once that's done, go and DM Steak and Apes. And do you want a screenshot, or do you just want them to DM you? Done.
Just DM me your public address. We'll go on the good faith system that you guys actually did. Some people will DM me like this huge thread of pictures of everything they did, and I'm like, man, I was gonna send it to you anyways.
That's awesome. Oh, I love it. All right, well, Steak, my man, so good to actually come on stream with you and actually, you know, shoot from the hip and just see what comes up and finally connect. So thank you so much for being on here. And chat, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Man, if you haven't already, go follow the man. Go subscribe. Let's blow this man up on YouTube. He's got, what do you got on Twitter? You got 3,000 followers on Twitter?
Yeah, like somewhere around 3,000, 3,300 on Twitter, and I think I got like 100 on YouTube. I haven't streamed on there yet, guys, but don't worry,
It's coming. You got the mic. You got the mic now.
I got the mic now.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, if anyone doesn't have any final questions or anything like that, we're going to shut her down for the day. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's been a great stream. I learned a lot. A lot of great insight stake. So guys, thanks so much. I'll be streaming tomorrow actually with Crypto Stylist, and we're going to be doing a little surprise stream, a little something different. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you might want to go there. It's going to be fun, something different. If you haven't already, guys, smash the like button to this video, smash the subscribe button, and also Hexray Vision is doing a giveaway for 3 cryptographics hoodies. All you got to do is go to the link in the description, go to his tweet, retweet or read what he wants you to do it, DM it to him, and you could win one of 3 cryptographics hoodies valued at like 80-something bucks for free. And he's giving them away. Guys, go take advantage of that. But that's all I'm going to show. That's it. That's all. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We're going to cut it off there. Steak and Apes, man. We'll talk real soon. And guys, have a great night. Enjoy the rest.